Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be first.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Hit it.
here we go.
Hi, everybody. My name's Emmanuel Lopez, aka Motivatorman. That's my superhero name. I write a movie blog called Movies That Motivate, and I've been writing it for 5 years. I've written about 500 movie tips, and they're all designed to help people stay positive and get them through difficult times. And tonight, Rudy is one of those movies that is one of my favorites. Woo! All right, Rudy fan. So these movies really have connected me and with other people around the world who've been reading my blog. And it's this is my blog here, Movies That Motivate. And it's an example of how all these movies, you may not know that they are motivational, you may not like them at first, but when you hear some of the stories I share tonight from people who've written me or shared what had motivated them, then you will be hopefully motivated in your own life with these movies. One example is Paul here, who I met on Facebook. He's a fan of my blog. He said that he was going through a financial crisis, and Rocky III was a movie that helped him, especially the song "Eye of the Tiger." So, it was amazing to hear that, because it's like usually a movie that is not up there. Usually it's Rocky. Manny, the movie guy, another great friend of mine online. He's a film critic, and he sees a lot of horrible movies. Okay, and he says that he watches Citizen Kane to reignite his cinematic soul. Shawne Duperon, she's a media expert I took this amazing workshop with, and we bonded over movies, and she says that when she feels scared, she watches Field of Dreams, and she even listens to the music soundtrack to lift her up. And Barry Shainbaum, who's in the audience, he's right over there. You can meet him later. He's the author of a book called Hope and Heroes, and he's also gotten over bipolar mental disorder, which is amazing for me to know, because when he said that A Beautiful Mind is a movie that motivates him, because he feels that it's like seeing an old friend in John Nash in that movie. Homer Hickam. How many people here have seen October Sky? Okay, I highly recommend it, because Jake Gyllenhaal plays him as a young lad, and he says this is just a great movie, even though it's about him, to motivate you about your passion. And Richard Krause, Toronto film critic, he shared one of his favorite movies that shows great leadership with Amazing Grace. And I've never seen this movie, but this is the kind of thing that I love meeting other movie lovers, is that I get to learn movies that I could see that I'll end up writing about. Tony Hsieh, best-selling author and CEO of Zappos. It's an honor to know this man. He's very successful. He says that one of his favorite movies that shows great leadership is The Matrix, especially with Morpheus. Wouldn't it be great to have Morpheus as a mentor? Rupinder Nagra, he's the actor in Amal. And we connected on Facebook. And one of his favorite movies is Shawshank Redemption, because it's all about hope and just really staying resilient and positive in a situation like that movie. Okay, Reese Witherspoon, at the recent Academy Awards, she announced to the world that one of her favorite movies is Overboard. And it's a perfect example of how some of these movies, it may not be meaningful to you, but it's meaningful to somebody else. So I might just check it out. Patrick Bizendavi, he's in the audience. He's there somewhere, right there. Put up your hand. He's a great friend, and he really surprised me recently, because he told me that he'd actually lived in Africa during the atrocities that happened during the movie Hotel Rwanda. And he said a movie like Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme is the kind of movie that helped him stay positive. He faced all kinds of incredible stuff. So just really inspired by that. Lynn Manoir is a friend of mine who's going through chemo right now, and she said that one of the movies that keeps her motivated is this Bollywood movie called We Are Family. And again, I've never heard of this, but she's so positive that if she's that positive, then I'm gonna check it out to see what this movie's about. Eat, Pray, Love is a movie that Catherine was meaningful to Catherine because she was going through an abusive relationship at the time, and a friend just had her watch this movie, and it just allowed her to just cry and release. And you know, movies are good for a good cry too. Somebody else that I know, Anne, has seen The Color Purple over 100 times, and she is so positive. And knowing that she has these health conditions, it just shows me the power of a movie. And Robin Noble, she's here in the audience too. Put up your hand, she's right there. She survived a devastating car crash years ago, and she shattered her bones in her body and her face, and she had to learn how to walk and talk again. She said that Happy Feet was a movie she resonated with because it was about finding your rhythm again. And these people here, they're all these beautiful people that I wanted to just share their stories and their movies, and hopefully they've inspired you. Maybe you're going through a difficult time, and there's a movie tip that just came up here tonight that you can now watch and know that you're not alone. And this is one of my online sites that I'm now making this more accessible, my 500 tips under alphabetical order. So, because that's my mission. It feels like I just want the world to be able to know that movies can help motivate you. And so check it out. It's at motivatorman.com. And if there are people here, or if you're part of organizations that could use these movie tips, come talk to me. I'd love to partner with you, and we can help change the world, make it a better place through movies. So thank you very much.